What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about how you can unlock a free 89 overall legend in about an hour. What you're looking at right now is this week's challenges. This should be the reward that you're getting. Just remember, everyone that's watching this video, you should be on your second free legend. Okay, so basically these challenges are very, very easy. They took away a lot of the additional things that were required last year. So you're just running through these challenges and getting legends, bro. Like, it's not something that's very complicated. So if you are a no money spent player, let me know in the comments, because this is pretty much your bread and butter. Okay, now for me, I don't usually open up the pack. You see, I store a lot of stuff. I got a ton of money just sitting around in my binder because if I don't need it for any specific card, I just leave it there. So the challenge reward, the reason I'm going to open this up for you guys is just to let you guys understand, we are never going to pick the player. It's always going to be the token, because the token is always going to have more value than that card, because it takes way too long to get enough of those cards to do anything of value. And that's designed by EA Sports, which is why they put all these different packs in the game. It's to encourage you to spend money. If you don't need to, you don't have to. And when I say need, it just depends on how you're playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your plan? Like, what are you doing? I've been showing you guys this for years, right? So because the ranked is down, right? Nobody can get into the ranked, okay? I've been playing Gauntlet. So right now we're just running through the Gauntlet. We're seeing what's going on with that. I completed champions for this week, and I grind the game itself. You know, I do the house rules when it's required for, you know, specific objectives. I do all that stuff. All my challenges are pretty much up to date if you go through it. And that's a big part of the game. So when you guys come here and you're asking me about, yo, G, how do I do this? How do I do that? Look, you got to put the time in. You're not just gonna look, you're gonna have to spend money if you don't put the time in. Like right here, I've got 1 week I didn't do challenges. I'll get to that and make sure that I have everything set with that. But I still have enough tokens also for the AKA. So just remember, most of the things that they give you in these challenges, yes, they're B&D, but it takes away, you know, you having to be forced to spend money for every skilled position player. Now that that's said, right, we're gonna go over into the actual set and we're gonna talk about that. Now, earlier today, it was bugged with the catalog. I'm going to check it right now and see what's going on with it to see if they even updated the legends, because sometimes you have to go other routes to see stuff. It looks like they still have not updated it because you don't see the new 89s. So with the way that that's set, right, I'm just going to focus in on the set. Okay, we're going to focus in on the set. We're going to focus in on the GmiasWorld, Drew Brees, you know, all these other cards. But we're talking about 89s right now. So the other question that I got was, okay, G, they separated the way the packs are and how we get it. And that was correct. You guys called me out on it. And like I said, I didn't see the 86 to 89. You see like how they just updated this one right here? I didn't see that they did that for the 88. I just thought that they would just update it the way that they did for the AKA and just change the overall. So you guys are goats for letting me see it. So now that I know that it's there and that's what they're doing specifically with Legends, you have to be very careful on how you use your tokens, because Drew Brees is going to be hot trash. And I'm going to tell you why he's hot trash. He doesn't have any mobility. So if you take him as a free card today, if I was supposed to click this and take either of these cards, by the way, GmiasWorld is a stud. And if you sit back and relax, I'm going to show you a glitch to get his speed up really, really high. Just let me get through this part right here. But look, this is something that I want you guys to understand. When you evaluate the legends, even if you have a theme team, you know, Chargers, New Orleans, or whatever for Drew Brees, he does not fundamentally meet the criteria that is needed because he's slow and he is not going to perform like any of the other quarterbacks that most people are using because of that lack of mobility. It is better to have a quarterback that has mobility than not in this game. Trust me, the days of just sitting there with pocket passer Dan Marino with like gunslinger and all that stuff, that's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very difficult, you know, time in this game to just sit there. So like Anthony Richardson, players like that, I would prefer, if you were looking for a quarterback and you're like, yo, G, I need coin making methods, and you're a member of the channel and you need that information, I would prefer that you ask that and let me give my members a video about earning coins on the channel, because utilizing it for that just to get a position on the field is not good. Now, if you do not have a theme team for GmiasWorld, he's probably not going to work out, because the GG theme team and his basic theme team, he gets all of that on his actual card. And like I said, we're going to go over that. So as far as the best one to pick for this week, it's none. The answer is none. You're not getting any of them this week. As far as what's going on with Warren Sapp currently is at 2-point-something million coins. Okay? So because he's that expensive, I'm going to tell you it's not responsible I would not be responsible if I told you to spend 2 million coins on a D tackle. Okay, so whether or not his price comes down, it doesn't matter. You know, like I said, he's not in the catalog yet, so we can't see a lot of the other stuff, but these are his numbers, and this is a limited, so obviously you'd have to pull him or put together coins and stuff like that to get him because he's a limited. I would not recommend that you spend the money for him. I just wouldn't. I would look into the team builders, I would look into other promos. I would not spend 2 million coins on a D tackle just to say that I had him. I'm sorry, boys. I just can't do it. So with the way that that's set up, this whole weekend, other than Aeneas Williams, because I have an Arizona Cardinals theme team, it doesn't really apply with anything else. And also, like I said, they get the Gridiron Guardian. You know, they get that little chemistry thing that I'm going to show you about in a second. So that's ultimately what it is for right now for this week of Legends. I already had one free legend redeemed in Charles Haley. So all of you guys that are watching this video, if you are not on your second legend, you're slacking. Okay, you're slacking, get those challenges done, get ready to go. Now, let's talk about like how to make Aeneas Williams really glitchy, right? So over here, you're gonna see he's a 92 overall. And the first thing you guys gonna probably say, like, yo, bro, he was an 89 just on that screen. How did you get him to a 92? All right, we got him to a 92 because of the GG Kyle Hamilton. Okay, you don't have to have, you see like how it reads, you know, Kyle Hamilton and Dallas Goedert? You don't actually have to have both of them. You just need that chemistry to be up to the max, okay? And what I mean by that is Kyle Hamilton, I showed you guys in a previous video how to get him to 95. When you get him to 95, you can unlock GG chemistry times 15 on the one card and just be done with it. What does that do? It adds +2 speed because I have a Cardinal theme team and I have the Gridiron Guardians because of the fact that I have 15 Gridiron Guardian chem. So when you look at this, right, and you try to figure out like what's going on with it, you know, how does it work? It only works if you have 15 and you max it out and get the speed and everything like that. So right here, we go to Kyle Hamilton, right? And we're gonna take a look at what I'm talking about. So with the upgrades right here, he has a whole grid of all of this. So once he's fully maxed out, you just go down to right here, you click this one, and then he gets everything. And a lot of you guys didn't know about this, and you're gonna learn something from watching this video, as you guys always do. It's always good to kind of check out what's going on. So once you get to 15, any other player that you add, no matter who it is that has that Gridiron Guardian chemistry, is gonna get all of these abilities until about October 17th. All right, so that's how you're getting, you know, Aeneas Williams so glitchy. Now, you could have done the same thing with the tight end, Goedert, but I went this route because I showed you guys how to do it, you know, using the set, doing the challenges, the field pass. Next week when they drop part 2, you're going to have more of those mega cells. And then if you wanted to utilize the tight end, you could now. The only other way to max out both is to buy bundles. And I would highly recommend staying away from the $100 bundles for the Gridiron Guardians because it's just not worth it. Unless you're competing or whatever, but this is banned for MCS anyway, the 95 overall, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so that's what you would have to do once you get that chemistry on, and he would boost anybody that has the GG. So with Sap, he would also get boosted, okay? And that's how it would work with that. So as far as this week goes, I think if you have, you know, a player that gets the team chems, like I know he has the Cardinals and the Rams, if you have a Ram theme team, which if you did, that's kind of sad, but if you do have a Ram theme team or a Cardinals theme team, I would just simply, you know, use him for now. He's been really, really good for me. His reaction with 89 zone, what's his play rec? His play recognition is 88. This guy is wild. He goes after it. So he will lose the +1 speed, I believe, with the Gridiron Guardians once everything goes down on Kyle Hamilton, because I don't think you're going to be able to do it that way. You might have to individually get a certain amount of GG players. But for right now, these numbers are insane. And I would say, look, guys, if you were going to take a legend, you know, you would take him, but otherwise none. All right, if he's going to help your theme team, oh, wait, let me just correct that. I would not use the tokens to get him regardless because he's very cheap. He's 400K. So I would not use I would just buy him and just wait until they give us a better card to use that on, so that way it's more fundamental for your squad. If you are still a low overall and you're coming up as no money spent, you may have a decision to make. But both of these legends this week are not as good as any, you know, some weeks are bad, some weeks are good. This week is not that good. So I would just give it a rest, hold on to the tokens, and get ready for the next legend drop. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed day. Stay blessed, guys. One love, y'all.